Today on Random Help, I'll be talking about the top 10 tips for listening in public, and this was collated from NCS, and I am just sharing my knowledge from that. Alright, so let's go to it. One is listen and learn. By getting the information from other people, you are learning about it, you're understanding about new ideas and ideas other people have, and this will actually help you out to maybe help you with your speech ahead of time. So listening is a vital thing, so listen and learn what. Number 2, listen more. So there's a saying we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, and it is wise to use them in proportion. So this means that sometimes when you're speaking, you should just stop and listen to what they have to say, and let them carry on and finish what they say. Sometimes you like to interrupt them. Don't let them finish what they say and take in what they say before responding. Listen actively. So when they are speaking to you, make sure you give some sort of gesture that you are listening to them, and take mental notes of what they're saying. So sometimes people just listen and they're just like, it doesn't feel like you're communicating them. Like, say you listen and you pick up a trigger word, sometimes you can speak back, and that shows that you are actually listening to them and they feel engaged. This is quite a hard one, and it's tuning into the speaker. Sometimes there's a lot of noise, background noise of other people talking, and you have to really focus on the speaker. So a good way is to look at their lips and see what they're trying to say. If you can't hear them, tell them to maybe say it a bit louder or get closer to them, and that will help to actually listen to them properly rather than like getting distracted by the background. This is something I tend to be, this is one of my weaknesses in terms of listening, is being open. Sometimes you have an idea, you really like it so much that you are clogged into that idea and you're not open to other people's idea. So it's best to be open about other people's ideas and maybe change what you actually think, because most of the times, if not sometimes, the other person might have a really good idea and they're actually right and you're just wrong. So so you have to manipulate your ideas so it caters towards the new information you received, so it's actually a better idea in general. As I said before, avoid interruptions. So when someone's speaking, let them fully speak before you say anything, because sometimes when you speak, you didn't fully understand what they said and you might speak a lot of rubbish, and that's not a good thing. Look for meaning. Sometimes people say things in a certain way to actually emphasize a certain point or bring about a certain idea, and the way they say it could actually be quite important as well. So look for the subtle meanings in the words they particularly chose or the particularly dramatic effects they used, and sometimes you could say that back, say oh that makes more sense, like, oh, that's why they're saying it like this. So try to think about what they're actually saying and break down the things they're saying as well. Sometimes you can't really keep all the notes in your head, like, oh, what's he actually saying. Sometimes it's best to write down the key points they're saying, so later on you can refer back to them and it can help as a trigger to say what they were actually saying. Evaluate their speaking. By evaluating someone speaking, you are actually helping yourself to know that if you were to do that, how you would improve their speech and how that improvement you could take on board yourself, so when you speak you do it better. So the 3 criteria you should do it on is delivery, content, and structure. So delivery as in how they set about saying the things, content being what they're actually saying, and structure as in how they structured it, from where did they start, when did they finish, how did they link everything together. In most listening scenarios, you would tend to have a question where you ask them back. So always have some sort of question to you prepared, either mentally or on a notepad, and ask them that question. So it actually shows some sort of active listening. So yes, asking question is a great idea, but obviously don't bombard them with questions. So thank you for listening. That was my tips for active listening. My video next time will be on active speaking and how to improve public speaking itself. As always, thanks for watching. Random Hope, over and out. See ya.